We'll start just in a comfortable seat for this practice today. So situate yourself however you need to, position, orient the body so that you're comfortable. If you need to prop the hips up, please do so. You want to be able to sit with a tall spine. We're going to start practice today with a short meditation, which will involve using a mantra and a mudra, which I'll explain to you in a moment. Working with one of the niyamas, which is sadhyaya, which translates to self-study, self-exploration, self-discovery. We can look at it through different lenses, but I think being yogis and showing up to practice the way that we do, generally we are on some type of pathway of this inner inquiry, right? Where we started to have a lot of awareness around our thoughts, around our beliefs, around our actions, our choices, right? Sometimes maybe too much. Sometimes I joke that we have too much awareness, right? Study ourselves too much, but there's a lot to be said for that, right? We can find, I think, a lot of answers, for lack of a better word, within, by studying ourselves, right? Because often we look to outside sources or external sources, and that's not a bad thing, right? We can learn a lot from reading books, from mentors, from teachers, trainings, things like this, right? But often the answers, those deep answers that we truly seek are within, are deep within. And I think that we most easily access these through practices such as meditation and yoga, right? I think that this is part of what keeps us coming back to this practice. And so we can start to settle in. I'll explain quickly the mantra and the mudra. The mudra is called Tattva mudra, which translates to truth seal. You'll have the palms facing up, and you're going to take your thumb and just kind of press it to the base of the ring finger. Palms are going to be down on the lap though. And then the mantra is Tat Tavam Asi. And this is Tat, so T-A-T. Tavam, T-V-A-M, Asi is A-S-I. And this translates roughly to you are what you seek, or you are that you are. So we'll close the eyes down, and this will just be a mantra that you vibrate mentally to yourself. And I'll offer up a way to incorporate it. I would recommend on your inhale to mentally vibrate the mantra, Tat Tavam Asi. And then just let the exhale flow naturally. Because I often like to think of the inhale as this opening, this way of absorbing. So if we use the mantra in conjunction with the inhale, I feel like it really plants that seed. Okay, so on the inhale, mentally vibrating, Tat Tavam Asi. And then just letting the exhale flow naturally. And holding the mudra while you do that. Take about 5 more breaths, continuing to vibrate the mantra. Hold the mudra. Release the mudra, release the mantra. Take a deep breath in. sigh it out. And just stay in stillness for a moment. Take a pause to witness the effects of the meditation. Place your hand over your heart. When you're ready, gently blink the eyes open, coming out of this meditation. And we'll come right into a tabletop. So coming on to hands and knees. Take your time to get there. Once you're in tabletop, I'll invite you to close the eyes again. Start to move intuitively into the body. Feel the palms to the mat. Right? With the intention of creating some movement through the spine. So whether that's flexion and extension by moving through some cat-cow postures, or finding these kind of fluid, circular movements, laterally moving the spine. Try to get it moving in every direction that it goes. Just stay with the breath, make it your own. So again, this idea of self-study, of self-discovery, this applies to our movements as well. Okay, so anytime I give the invitation to move your body intuitively, that is a practice in self-study. Okay, that is svadhyaya, this niyama, self-practice. And also gives you this and strengthens your ability to ask yourself and just let the body show you what it needs. Take about 3 more breaths here. And start to come back, finding all fours tabletop. Spread the fingers, feel the palms down, getting a little bit more active. You can kind of feel the navel pulling in towards the spine slightly. Take your left knee, just bring it a little bit closer to the center line, not quite center, but just off center. And just start to circle your right hip. So you can lift the right knee out to the side, circle it, and then bring it down. Do it a couple of times in one direction. Keep the palms of the hands firmly planted, keep the core strong. And of course, stay connected to the breath. Good. Circle a couple times the other way. So back, out, and around. So just starting to open up this hip joint. And then bring the right knee. Don't set it down on the mat. Just extend and press the toes, the right toes, to the back of your mat. So you're up on the ball of the foot. Press into the palms and then press all the way back into your right heel. So shift your weight all the way back. You're looking for a stretch in the calf, in the right calf. Good. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, shift back forward so the shoulders are over the wrists and then lift the right heel to the height of the hip. Okay, everything is now really stable, really strong. Seal the right palm down and extend your left arm forward. Okay, feel these points moving away from each other. So the right heel is moving away from the hip. The left fingertips are moving away from the shoulder. When you feel that core turn on immediately, take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Keep the right leg lifted, plant the left palm. Angle the left leg out and just open up for this modified Vashisthasana. Maybe the right leg floats up. You can also experiment with keeping the lower left leg in line. That's a little bit more challenging for balance. Almost like a kneeling half moon pose. Take one more breath wherever you are. And then you'll slowly make your way back. Plant the right hand and release the right knee back to all fours. Take the right knee a little bit to the center and start to circle out the left hip. So the knee comes out and around and down. Good. Circle the other direction. Extend the left leg back, but come onto the ball of the foot first. So tuck the toes and just actively press back through your left heel, stretching out the calf muscle and the ankle. You might take little pulses or just hold the stretch. Good. Take another deep inhale. On your exhale, shift back forward, shoulders over wrists, lift the left leg. Extend the right arm forward. And so right into this balancing tabletop. Stay strong, stay stable. Reaching out, pressing back, one more breath. Right hand releases. We open up for this Vashisthasana. Left arm extending up. Great, so either left leg can float, it can stay down. Again, you might try that option of keeping the right lower leg in line rather than like a kickstand. It's definitely more challenging. Take one more breath where you are. And then slowly release back to all fours, tabletop. Bring the knees to touch, the big toes to touch. Walk your palms all the way forward. Slowly sink your sit bones back through your heels for child's pose. Drag the palms back and then let the forehead rest on the mat. Take a full deep breath. So expand the entire back body. Inhale and exhale. Taking one more full breath. Finding downward dog. On your inhale, press into the palms, rise up. Exhale, tuck the toes, elevate the hips back. Use this as another space to explore within your body. So same like we did in tabletop, just start to move intuitively. Make this downward dog more fluid, exploring different areas of the body. Really staying so present with yourself on every layer. Right? So physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, they're all part of the practice. Take another deep breath, settle into a downward dog, so a little bit more stillness, stability. You can always bend the knees, lift the sit bones, seal the palms. On your inhale, weave the body forward to high plank. On your exhale, lower your knees and then lower your chest. Stay low for cobra, lift the heart. Back to downward dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Creating a little bit more space in the hip as you inhale, elevate the right leg, one-legged dog, then bend your knee, open your hip. Right, try to bring the right heel towards your left glute, let the hips stack. Keep pressing evenly into the hands. Feeling a nice deep stretch in the hip flexor and the quad. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg, press back through the heel, hip drops back in line. On your exhale, sweep the knee in and land your right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down and untuck your toes. Press into the top of the left foot. On your inhale, sweep the arms up and find your low lunge. Take a moment to settle in here. So all those little adjustments, squeezing through the inner thighs, and stabilizing through the hip joints. Core stays engaged, lower ribs hug in. Shoulders down the back, active fingers. Good. From here, holding this whole lunge, this low lunge, just lower the arms down, palms are facing each other. As you inhale, open the arms wide, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, sweep the arms forward. So we're almost finding this cat-cow type movement. We're gonna do that twice more. So inhale, lifting the heart, and then exhale, sweeping forward. Do that one more time. And if you don't feel stable enough with the movement, just hold your low lunge. Good. This time when you come forward, interlace the fingers. Press out and away from you, and then inhale, reach all the way up over the head, big stretch. Good, take one more inhale. On your exhale, release the clasp of the fingers, just lower the hands down to frame out the right foot. Tuck the left toes and step back for downward facing dog. Moving through our flow, inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. You can stay with knees chest, you can take chaturanga. Inhaling for cobra or upward facing. Exhale all the way back, downward facing dog. Check back in, what do you feel? Stay with the breath, inhale. Exhale. Left side, inhale, extend left leg back, one-legged dog, and then bend your left knee, open your hip up. Reach your left heel over towards the right edge of your mat. Get that big stretch in the front side of the hip, the front body. Take another full breath. Next inhale, straighten left leg, one-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes in and step your left foot carefully between the hands. Sometimes it doesn't get quite there. We just help it up. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. And then drop the right knee down, untuck the toes. Inhaling, lift up and find our low lunge. Take a moment to settle into the space of this pose first. Right? So because we're adding some arm movements here, we want to be really super engaged in the legs so that we can stay stable and balanced. So inner thighs drawing towards each other, right? Lots of engagement through the adductors. Hips are in line with each other. Press into the top of your right foot and through the center of the left heel. Good. Lower the arms down, palms facing each other, and we take this flow. So inhale, arms come wide, lift the heart. Exhale, sweep the arms forward, maybe you round the spine. Do that 2 more times. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful, one more time. Inhale, offering the heart. Exhale, we sweep forward. This time we catch the interlace of the fingers. Press away from your body, and then inhale, sweep all the way above the head, pressing towards the ceiling. Beautiful, take one more deep inhale. On your exhale, releasing the clasp of the hands and lower the hands to the earth. Bring the left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Right, shifting forward, taking Vinyasa flow, inhaling to plank. Use the whole exhale to lower down, whichever one you're choosing. The whole in-breath, open up the heart for your back bends, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, and exhale. Good. Bring the feet a little closer together. Maybe big toes almost touching or touching. Come high on the toes, lift the heels, and then slowly begin to lower your knees all the way down to the mat. And then come to sit back on your heels, so you wind up in a toe stand. If this is really uncomfortable or it's causing you pain, you can sit so that the toes are untucked or sit in a different position. Taking the same idea of inhale, opening up the arms wide like we did in our lunge. This time as we sweep forward, we're going to bring our right elbow underneath our left and we find eagle arms. So you might single or double rack the arms. If this isn't available to you, you can always hug the fingers back by the shoulders. Okay. So squeeze the heels as close together as you can. As you inhale, start to lift the elbows, find this arching through the back. And as you exhale, round and draw the elbows towards the chest. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Once more. Inhale. Lifting elbows. And exhale, rounding. Come back to center. Inhale, unwrap the arms, reach them open wide, lift the heart. As you exhale, float the hands down in front of you. Untuck your toes, you're in a tabletop. You can tap the toes out a little bit, that will release that toe stand. Good. Walk your hands slightly out, come back to downward facing dog. Feel into the sensation, breathe. Good. Moving a little bit quicker on your inhale, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open up your hip. And then inhale, straighten the leg, one-legged dog. On your exhale, take your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, press back through the right heel. And then exhale, step the right foot through. Land it between the hands. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. This time, as you exhale, lower the fingertips directly to the mat and straighten your right leg, find reverse lunge. Flex the right toes back. Good, hold here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, one more, deep inhale. And exhale. Bend into the right knee, seal the foot, press the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Moving through Vinyasa flow. Keep in mind, you can always skip these. Right? You're always welcome to hang out in downward dog, and you always know child pose is available to you. Right? And we come back together in downward facing. Inhale. Left leg rises, press through the heel. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Inhale, straighten, press back through heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Really round, pull the core in. Inhale, press back just one time. Exhale, left foot steps all the way through. Lower right knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, flow the arms up. Big breath in, high, low lunge. And then exhale, fingertips to the mat, reverse lunge. Flex the toes back. Stay with the breath. And keep the heart lifted, the spine long. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Bend back into the left knee, seal the foot, press the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Again, optional flow. Your choice to take these or skip them. Back in downward dog, take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Bring the feet together, closer together, maybe big toes touch. Lift high on the heels. Stay high on the balls of the feet, and then lower the knees down. Come all the way to sit back on the heels, back to toe stand. Right, so doing the other side for our eagle arms, we're going to inhale, open up. This time, left elbow wraps underneath the right elbow. You can go wrap the arms. Taking those 3 rounds of flexion and extension. As you inhale, lifting the elbows, lift the heart. And as you exhale, round into yourself. Elbows down. Do that twice more. Deep breath. And exhale. Beautiful, last time. Right, breath is strong, even. Come back to center. Unwrap the arms, it's a big breath, open wide. On your exhale, hands sweep down. We're in tabletop, untuck the toes, give them a little tap. Releasing the toe stands. Walk the hands forward, downward facing. This time, bend into your knees, look forward. Step your feet up to your hands, forward bend. Once you're there, inhale, lengthen through your spine, find a flat back, and then exhale, drop the head down. Let's hang out in our forward bend for a moment. Maybe some space between the feet. You're welcome to take a ragdoll. You can bring the palms to opposite elbows, and maybe you invite in a gentle sway of the body, side to side. Right, every moment of our practice gives us an opportunity to check in, to have that awareness of self-study, of self-discovery, exploring our own inner workings, exploring our own inner dialogue. There's actually lots of thoughts, right? Conversation that goes on in our head during our practice. It can be interesting to see what that is and if there's any information there for us that we can use. Good. Take another deep breath, just letting the body hang, letting it drape down. Releasing the elbows if you took that ragdoll. Take another halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins this time. Lift your heart forward. Shoulders come down the back. Right? Core stay strong. Bend into the knees. Pull your navel in. So everything's really strong. Then take your hands to your hips and very slowly rise your body up to stand. We come into our first Tadasana. So bring the arms to the sides of the body. Right? Heart open. Shoulders down. Palms forward. What's happening in the body right now? What do you feel? What do you notice? Right, this intention of exploration, of self-exploration, requires us to ask questions of ourselves constantly, right? Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward bends. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway, and exhale to fold. Setting up for warrior one, Virabhadasana one. Take a step back with the left foot. So it might not be all the way back as if you were doing a lunge, maybe about 3/4. Then you want to angle the left toes out about 45 degrees. Start to bend into the right knee and then float your arms up. Right? So we have some checks we can do here. Hips are forward, right? Facing the front of the mat. We're light on the right toes. We're pressing into the pinky side edge of the left foot, and then the arms extending. Right? Notice what's happening with the ribs, the core. Everything is hugging in towards the midline. We find our breath. We settle in. Take another full deep breath in. And deep breath out. Right? Holding our warrior one. We'll come back to our eagle arms. Right elbow underneath the left. Maybe you find that slight arching motion. See how that feels in your body. Right? Certainly changes the perspective of the pose. And just gently come back to center. Straighten the right leg. On your inhale, arms sweep, that big opening in the heart. And as you exhale, just float the hands all the way down to frame out the right foot. So we wind up in a pyramid pose. You can take your left foot and step it slightly in, so it's a shorter stance. That might help you feel more stable. Take an inhale, find more length through your spine, do a halfway lift, and then exhale, fold all the way down over that straight right leg. Maybe the forehead touches the shin. If you have blocks, yoga blocks, you can certainly use them. This is a great pose to bring the floor higher to you. We're going to stay here. 2 more deep breaths. Maybe you take another reset, find more length, drop deeper. Beautiful. Give a little bend into the right knee so it's not locked out. Seal the palms. Find your way back to downward dog. Step to the back of the mat. Let's move through a flow. Flush that out. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing. Deep breath, lengthen the spine, lift the support. One more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, bend into the knees. Exhale, walk or lightly jump feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, drop down. We pause again here in our forward bend. Choose a different variation. Yogi toe lock. You can wrap the arms behind. Something to help you explore a different expression of this pose. Whatever you're choosing, let the head drop. Feel the spine elongating. Reset as many times as you need to. Continue finding length through the spine. Continue folding deeper. Let's take one more deep breath. Releasing whatever grip you might have. Take a big inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, come down through the heart this time, and then all the way through to Tadasana. Right. Settle for a moment, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folds. Stepping back with the right foot, we set up for warrior one. Make those little adjustments before you even rise up. Check the angle of the right foot, start to bend into the left knee, and then sweep the arms up. And you can always take the hands to the hips to remind them to face forward. See if you can bend deep into the left knee. Maybe you get that 90-degree bend. If it feels like the right edge of the foot is peeling up from the mat, try to press into it. Extend the arms. Find the breath. Eagle arms, left elbow comes underneath the right. Maybe you explore that little lifting of the heart. Come back to center. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, open wide, arms sweep back. As you exhale, you dive down. Hands frame out the left foot as we set up for pyramid pose. So again, right foot, you can always step it in closer. Take an inhale, lengthen through your spine, lift the heart, and then exhale, forward bend, drop the head. Stay here and breathe. Move into the sensation. So let yourself navigate, right? Find that sensation of just being with what you're feeling. Right? Not resisting, just navigating the sensations, navigating the thoughts. Let's take one more breath. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Really good. Press into the palms. We step our way back to downward facing dog. Breathing through our flow. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, lower down, your way. Inhale, lifting heart. Exhale, downward facing. Flush it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the feet together. Big toes to touch. Come high on the heels. Lower the knees. This time, walk your hands out and sit back for a modified child's pose with the toes tucked. So let your sit bones come all the way back to the heels and drop your head down. And just noticing how those flows have settled, how they've landed in your body. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, coming back up And we come back to downward facing dog and place the feet slightly apart, hip width distance. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, exhale, top of mat, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway. And exhale to fold, drop the head down. We'll come right to stand this time. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, down through the heart, back to Tadasana. Good. Pause and feel. There's lots of energy moving in the body, lots of sensation. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Good. On your inhale, floating the arms up. On the exhale, forward bend. Forward bends. On your inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, pressing into the palms, step back to high plank. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, so seal the palms. And we'll add in our side plank practice. So starting with the left hand, seal down. Reach the right arm up. Options to drop the left knee to the mat for more support. Stay lifted, stay engaged, reach up through the right fingertips. Any variations you want to explore here, take another deep breath. As you slowly release, we come right to the other side, right palm seals, left arm extends. Stay with it, one more deep breath. Come back to high plank. So align your shoulders over your wrists. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, as slow as you can, lower down to the belly. For a moment, just bring the arms down to the sides of the body. You can turn your head to the right. Just a short pause in the practice before we continue. Feel the sensation of this prone position. Feel a sense of grounding. Good. So coming into a shoulder opener. Extend the arms directly out like a T shape, so directly from the shoulder. Right, we're going to start with rolling over onto the right shoulder. So the left palm is going to press to the outside edge of your chest, as if you were doing a cobra pose. You're going to seal the right palm down next to you. Start to bend your left knee, and you're going to roll over onto your right shoulder. And your left foot will probably come all the way to the floor. You can let the right side of your head rest down. If you have a block or a prop, you can also prop the head up if it feels like it's straining on your neck or anywhere. Good, just stay here. Taking one more deep breath. Slowly release, come back onto the belly. Take the right hand, press it to the chest, extend the left arm out straight from the shoulder. Bend into your right knee, roll onto the left shoulder. Good, just 2 more breaths here. And roll back to the belly. Bring the arms down to the sides of the body and turn your head to the left. Just take a moment to pause. Good. Now get a little bit more active. So bring the chin to the center of your mat. Legs are engaged, tops of feet are pressing. Arms extend back out to that T shape. Maybe tense up on the fingers just for a little bit of support. Coming into a locust pose variation. On your inhale, lift the arms. So more of this flying locust shape, and then float the legs to follow. And there's movement here. As you inhale, you're lifting up. Good. So option for 3 more breaths, you can stay here or start to bend into the knees to catch the feet for bow pose. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, release it down to the mat. You can turn your head back to the right and just let everything go. Let the big toes point towards each other, heels splay apart. This helps to release our lower back. You're feeling what's happening down the spine, down the legs. Just staying in this stillness for a moment. This is often the times where we can do that really deep self-exploration, right? This is why we meditate. Because we're so distracted most of the time. It's hard to have awareness of what we're feeling, of what we're noticing. So if you want to, you can bend the knees here, take a little sway side to side, windshield wiper. And when you're ready, meeting back into a child's pose. Softening here. Take a deep breath, right into the lower back. Pull the breath up to the shoulders. And exhale it out. Gentle side stretch, just walk the arms or walk the hands rather over to the right, drop back down. Switch it out, walk to the left. Come back to center, and then slowly begin to rise the body up. Good. Swing the legs around as we find a seated position on the mat. Right leg will stay extended, left foot coming to inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana. Flex the right toes back. Anchor the sit bones down. You can always bend into the right knee for a little more space. On your inhale, extend and reach up through the waist, and as you exhale, hinge the body forward. In any forward bend, we continue to seek out length through the spine. We do that as we inhale. And then you can always explore deeper folds as you exhale. And stay with the breath. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Good, 1 more deep breath in. Find more length. Deep breath out, find more depth. And to come out, we'll just slowly crawl our way up and back to a straight spine. And pause for a moment and just kind of let that right leg relax. Maybe you give it a little shake. Let that go. And then we'll switch sides. So left leg extending, right foot comes to inner thigh. Right, flexing the left toes back, anchor down. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, hinge forward. When we find that first point of resistance, that first point of sensation, we breathe there. And then each breath, we move a little deeper. Maybe explore, we find that next edge. Good, take 2 more deep breaths here. And to come out, just slowly Walking the hands back in, come to a straight spine, relax the left leg, you can give it a little shake. Extend the right leg out to meet it. Take the feet to the mat. Leave some space between the heels and the glutes. Take the hands, press them behind you. Right, just pause for a moment, not coming too deep yet, but just kind of lifting the heart here. Feel this motion of the shoulder blades squeezing towards each other, the elbows wrapping back. Good, and then just kind of soften that. You can actually let your head drop down, kind of rounding, letting yourself sink back, just slightly. Good, and then come back up. We'll take our reverse tabletop. As you inhale, start to elevate the hips. Good. Stay lifted. Anchor down through the left foot. See if you can lift your right knee towards you. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you wind up in a figure 4 tabletop shape. Good. Maintain the position of the legs. Take another deep inhale. Lift the hips higher. And as you exhale, lower the seat down. So you wind up in a seated figure 4. Press the heart towards your leg. Flex the right foot. Right, so make sure you're lifted through the chest so you're not dumping back into the shoulders. Maybe you just let this whole shape rock from right to left. Really good. And then come back to center. You might have to lean back and then uncross, place the right foot back to the mat. Okay. Just finding again that little lifting of the heart, shoulders together, and then a slight softening and rounding back. And then a big inhale, we lift up, reverse tabletop. Pause here for a moment. Good, so anchor down through the right foot, lift the left foot, stay lifted, and then cross your left ankle over your right thigh, figure 4. Stay lifted in your reverse tabletop. Take another deep breath. On the exhale, slowly lower the seat down. Maintain this figure 4 shape. Press your heart forward. Flex the left foot. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Nice. And then come back. You can lean slightly back, release the left foot to the mat. And then just come forward. Bring the heels close to you. Give yourself a big hug. So wrap the arms around the shins or the knees. And just drop your head down. Good. And then slowly begin to lift up. We'll come to lie down all the way on our backs. So once you get down, just lengthen out on the mat for a moment. Extend the legs, release the arms. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Getting more active through the legs, flexing the toes back, pressing the heels into the mat, and then sweep your right knee in. Interlace the fingers on top of the right shin. Just start to pull the right knee towards you. Good. Take another deep inhale and deep exhale. Take your right hand, hook it to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Find a half happy baby. So lift so that the sole of the foot is facing the ceiling and the right knee starts to work its way down towards your armpit. Left leg is still active and extended. If it's more available to you and it feels better, you can bend your left knee. That'll give you a little more space. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Maybe you straighten the right leg for these last breaths. And then bring the right knee just back in and extend it all the way out straight to the mat. And just let that go. Right, reset, recenter the body. Good. Flexing through the right foot and then draw the left knee in. Interlace the fingers on top of the left shin. Start to gently work the knee to the body. Go ahead and take another deep breath. Exhale. Half happy baby, hooking the left palm to the outer edge of the left foot. Draw the knee down on the body. Sole of foot facing the ceiling. Right leg is active to help stabilize. Take another breath. If you'd like to, extend the left leg straight for these last 2 breaths. Get a little more into the inner thigh. And then gently release, extending the left leg out straight. I think I'll just pause and let everything recenter. Everything realign. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Take the feet to the mat. Hug both knees into your body. Can rock side to side a little bit here. Creating some release through the lower back, around the sacrum. We'll take our twist with the knees stacked. So keeping the knees in, maybe lift the heels slightly. You can goalpost the arms. So bending at the elbows, press the shoulders down, press the palms down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, just let the knees fall towards the right. Almost at an angle, so more towards the right elbow in that direction. And then just settle into this twist. And take one more deep breath. Stay active, use the core, lift the knees back to center, keeping them next to each other. And then exhale all the way to the left side. Great, you're probably gonna feel that right shoulder lifting up. Just try to press it into the mat as best you can. Take another deep breath. Slowly lift back to center, knees hug back in, hands to shins. Gentle last movements before we come into Shavasana. Maybe just gently extending legs straight, supported inversion, just feeling this nice release. As we start to wind down, preparing ourselves for rest. Start to lengthen out, take up space. So maybe the right heel comes to the right corner, left heel to the left corner, and then let the feet relax, let the toes splay out. Arms come into the sides, maybe a gentle scooping of the heart up, shoulder blades towards each other, and then you settle back down. The fingers just naturally curl in towards the palms. The eyes start to close, and all those little muscles around the eyes and the forehead, cheekbones, they soften, and the jaw releases. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And take a big sigh out through the mouth. Empty completely of all air. Seal the lips, and then just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. No need to control it any longer. Tune into what you feel as you start to drift into total stillness. And just let everything melt away. Allow yourself to just be. You trust that this time of stillness will provide you with whatever it is that you need in this moment. Let's continue to stay here in Shavasana for a few more moments. Let this be your time of rest. If it's the only few minutes that you get today, give yourself that gift. Let it be a time for you to drop into yourself with no expectation, except to just be with yourself. Start to receive the breath just a little bit deeper, but still keeping the physical body still. And Tat Tavam Asi. You are what you seek. Let that deep sense of self wash over you. And trusting that all that you seek, all that you wish to know is within. As you come back into awareness, when you're ready, just gentle movements into the physical body. Maybe start with the fingers and the toes, and then allow the movement to travel through the body. You can gently roll to one side, fetal position. Use this shape to just witness and acknowledge the practice and whatever you may have received from it. And then gently make your way up. Find a comfortable seat on the mat. And just taking a moment to close out practice. You can join the hands to the heart under the mudra. And keep the eyes closed. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Thank you, as always, for joining me, for allowing me to guide you in this practice. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste.